Yo, what's up guys? In this rush I'm going to be talking about all of the best non-LD5 offenses and defense. I kind of call them free to play, but then again you need to have the right net 5s. However, I'm going to be starting with defense because I want to pre-record it and then we're going to go into the rush. During the rush I'll explain why, how, where and when for offenses. And then also I switch a bit of defense towards the end, and then all the way at the end I also showcase all of the runes. So first about defenses. Defense is a really hard topic for non-LD teams. It's definitely doable, and you will see that in the video, to get offenses towards non-LD5, and they do very well. But defense is a little bit harder. And why is that? Well, defense is something like the moment that people have seen it, they will build a deck against it. The moment they see it a lot, they will build more decks against it. And they will have answers to hit it. The best defense is something that the enemy doesn't have the answer to, and therefore they don't hit you. However, if I say like, oh, this is the best defense out there, which is arguably a good defense, people will start building that, and then they know it's like, hey, you can actually Lucian that. So then you might throw a Vanessa at it. But with a Vanessa, it's more food to slow clears with like chillings. Or not even slow clears, but just chilling clears in the first place. However, this is still a pretty solid defense, I would say. Another solid defense would be something along the lines of this, where you have a Swiftmore to counter Tianas, where you can mess up the turn order. 2 units anti-dot team, and then the only way you can actually clear this is a slow clear, or people have to have a specific offense against this. Another super common defense these days is something of the combination of these 3 plus a unit in here. That unit in here could be anything, could be an anti-dot team unit, could be a Varamos, could be an LD5, but this is definitely something you commonly see, and I also do have the free-to-play answer, or well, the non-LD5 answer to it, to clear these pretty easily, because I think this is one of the most meta thing out there for defenses right now. But then again, keep in mind, if I would say this is the best defense, everyone is gonna be building the counters to this, and in 2 weeks, this defense is gonna be absolute trash. So the best way to make a defense is make something that people haven't seen in a while, which is always difficult, it's always creative, and I cannot give you the answer for that. However, for offense, I can give you all the answers, which will be in this video. There's a lot of tips for arena offense and defense throughout this video, so don't skip all the way towards the end to just check the runes. I highly recommend to check the video. One thing to keep in mind, it is more important that you are going to be skipped on being hit rather than your defense having a success rate. Because if someone fails, they will try again, and you still lose those points. If they just skip you, they're gonna skip you for the whole rush, which is way better. Because you simply not being hit makes you be able to climb the easiest. Win rate doesn't really matter shit. Like, even if you win, even if your defense loses 100%, but you get like barely any hits, that is the best defense out there. And there's 3 reasons why you could not be hit. First, they just don't have an answer to it. Second, it would take too long. Third, they could clear it, but they could also fail and therefore waste their time. So try to get one of those 3 factors in while being creative on your defense. And once again, I wish I had the answer for you, but if I had the answer for you in 2 weeks, it wouldn't work anymore because people would build the counters, because Dex in offense is very, very strong. And therefore, with LD5s on defense, it is a lot easier. However, it is still doable, but you gotta be creative. Offense, however, is very doable. Arena Rush. I will showcase all of the runes towards the end, but just showcasing you the idea of the Arena Rush of today. We're gonna be going full free-to-play units. That does not mean free-to-play runes, because there's the first comment right away is going to be like, what, those runes aren't free-to-play? Yeah, what the fuck are even free-to-play runes? Either out. So we're just going to be trying out, I think for offense, free-to-play is very strong. But for defense, it's definitely rough. I think that this is one of the strongest free-to-play defenses out there. Maybe a Finesse in here. I do also have a stall team towards the end. So we're just going to have those 2 defense. I had 2 different stall teams in mind, but I'll talk about the other one potentially later, which is enabled through an aerial, or not aerial, Eladriel buff right now. But I think that this is one of the stronger arena defenses out there for free-to-play. Offenses that I have about 6 different offenses, 7 different offenses, and I did not go for the Lamilia team because everyone kind of knows the Lamilia team. So I would recommend people in their 8 offense put in the Lamilia team over there. Also subscribe to the channel, follow in the Twitch, like whatever, because I had to delete all of my normal teams for creating this nonsense. Either, what are we looking at? We have a general Zyros team, where I normally use a Grogan. Reason I go for Galleon is because I think it is the best pair for a Zyros to give him extra attack on his S3. That is the main thing out there, what I would recommend. And the thing is, all of the consistent defense breakers, aka a Truffle, aka a Tanjiro on Dark, which I think are way better than a Galleon in this case, they are not HOH. So I went full free to play. This one, we actually have a Carmella, which has an interesting thing in her kit where if her skill 3... Oh, I should actually skill up this. Let me skill up that in a second. But If she has higher defense than the enemy, she will never glance. If she has higher attack, she will guaranteed land. So I went for very high defense and then fixed the attack in attack increasing effect while having an attack buff, so I should be higher in that as well. Are these runes also free to play? Yeah, mama's free to play. Then we have this team, typical team, have been using that before, will still use that, definitely nice. I have a Jemaya team mainly to counter a few specific things, as in Gingerbread Mans, which have been getting legends, so it's not that interesting, more specific niche team. I don't have a second series. If I had a second series, I place a second series in here. Since I don't, I use the other series, the light series. People are like, LD5. So then in that case, I'll just go for Sonya. It kind of works as well. In the case that I have to counter a Triton, I have this thing in here as a defense breaker, which is kind of like a second best thing that I can use for this if I don't have any double multi-hit defense breaker shenanigans that I normally have with the Zhongsheng Lao. And of course, we have the double Aya team, which is one of the strongest teams out there against a whole bunch of shenanigans if you just want to out of shit. So that is pretty much all of it. I will showcase all of the runes all the way towards the end. But for now, we just rushing and we just seeing like how far things get and that kind of shenanigans. So in this case, we do simply outspeed. We don't need the Grogan. You do need good runes to outspeed, but hey, sometimes in life you just need a little bit of things. This thing is actually on Vio just for that reason. How much damage is this Zyros doing? Yeah, if this Zyros is doing 61k, you don't really need a Grogan, right? You do not need that Grogan. This thing is by far the highest damage output right there. Grogan, arguably still better, but yeah, it's pretty high damage. This thing we could potentially counter. No, actually, that's not a bad team at all. This thing, do we have something against that? We do have one issue, and that one issue is where you are not on will because I need shield on you. Normally we could counter that, but in this case, not really because of the Gojo in there. But these we can definitely outspeed. You were asking for the Griffin build for Necro? You just want to have high crit rate, high crit damage, and you don't care about the rest. Impressive. I haven't seen Laura take 4 turns in a row in a while. Double sleep into Vio into another Vio. Not bad. Not bad. Good, it didn't do shit. And this is the reason why you have this kind of team laying around. If you only have one Aya though, it is still doable to do like a Feng Yang Aya combination. Keep in mind, it's worse. I'll showcase all of the runes towards the end, otherwise I keep showing the runes back and forth like 24/7, so that's why I mostly do that. And the thing that you can do on this team is you can just press auto, because it's 9 out of 10 not really faster of you clicking things than the auto just inting a bunch of skills and then just going your way that way. That's the only thing that could be dangerous is you getting torrented, but in most cases it doesn't really happen that much. I think we should actually hit this one first, and then you just go for a bunch of hits like that, and then everything just suddenly dies. And then you torrent that. Oh, that was the wrong torrent, otherwise you would have reflected and died as well. This team is just stupid for strength. Like, that's by far one of the best dupes you can keep at the moment. This team, I can clear with this, but fighting a Camilla plus you if things go wrong, I kind of want to give it a try to see how good or bad it is. But since Zyros is the full focus from 2 units, it might not be the best thing to go for hitting for a Zyros. But let's just see how well this does. We did miss over there, and you do have 2 high crit rates. Maybe you should go low crit rate on that. We did increase cooltime on that, which is actually kind of nice. So for that part, it does actually work. And you will most likely death break and shenanigans in that. At least the Galleon is violent and has pretty proper substantial runes. So he can actually clear a thing or 2 as well. That's mainly the thing. These kind of teams are a little bit tricky. I do know myself having a fair bit of speed. And with that, I think I can get away with this. But this could be on the tricky edge where Triton could be faster. It's not faster in this case. So what we're gonna do is tap you out, tap you out, and then we do this for that skill, and then we just auto from there pretty much. GG's. Only works because he has a 24 lead in there. I would not do this shit against 33 leads. But then again, against 24 leads, like, you're -5 on the base, which maybe not the best of ideas neither. This one we can actually do because we only have one active hit on a 20 bar for that Stark. If you had two, it could have been more dangerous if he actually ruined up his unit. But for some reason he decides like ruining up my unit. Nah, that Stark is unruined, is hella fine. Can you miss on the Grogan? Yeah, you can, or not on the Grogan. Can you miss on the Galleon? Yes, you can definitely miss on the Galleon. But I think a double hit defense breaker for that reason is better. However, I don't have one. So hey, you gotta work with what you have. I'm curious to see if I can do this team against this. Maybe I should make my Sonya as a Björnchok killer if I actually do want to do this, which is maybe a little bit too invested on damage on wind. But it could be a thing, because yeah, now that's rough, that kind of hurts. So we have to take you out first. We actually managed to, plus you already start doing damage too. It's just not that great, it's not that great. Okay, we at least heal a little bit over there. Yeah, that thing was just straight up faster than me. Don't kill me. Well, he did not kill me. That's one thing. We should still be good to go, even if he clears the two on the right now, because these two can just definitely duo this thing over here, which is a weird thing, but it is a thing that is a thing. Yep, you can die. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because you have heals in your team-ups. Puddings, man. What can you do without? Freaking puddings. 11k on the pudding. Another 13k on the pudding. Nice. With that, we nearly cleared the whole list. Okay, what do we have over here? These kind of teams could be tricky. Is it too tanky though for a team like this? I kind of want to give it a try. It might be too tanky for a team like this. Yeah, it's on the tanky edge, but it is doable. It's just Cyril's too good, man. Cyril's too good. Cyril's has so stupid much damage. This one is food for this one once again. I don't have shield runes on this. Maybe I should have made... Oh, I do have shield runes. Oh, wait, who is on shield runes? I don't even remember. Either how, doesn't matter. We just tap you out. We tap you out. And then we have an easier fight than we had last time. Your animation is so crazy slow though. Holy shit. It comes in like 15 seconds after the other one. And then due to team up, we also have another charge attack. Nice. And new emotes. I took the emotes from the in-game emotes, so we have the free run emotes in the Twitch chat right now. This is what I can do against Tian Lynx, because I cannot Kabila boost, but I can boost with this team. Plus, I do have a counter against Samath on this as well, because Jasmine does go for the cooldown increase. And poop, cooldown increase, death break, and AoE nuke. How much damage are we looking at? 30k, 27k, not too bad, not too bad. This one is amazing. Yep, that one is, that is the best one, and the good boy. I really like the good boy as well. This one, do we have a proper team against this? Yep, double eye of Fortitudes. I just bought the packs for that emote. Understandable. This one I should not auto as much as I would like to auto the other ones. Mainly because of potentially hitting you on a ring moment, which I prefer not to. Nice damage. How do you deal with 5 more core so that double Siri? I just use the team with Siri and Sonya. It works together with those two as well. Could be tricky where I don't deal enough damage and then it's like a bruiser fight I might not like. This one I think I can handle as well. Kill you, Bruiser against these two. Yeah, it's doable. Yeah, if you don't have a second series, just use a Sonya. Is it worse? Absolutely. Is it doable? Yes. Not sure if this thing is too tank. Nope, not too tank for me. Hikaru chomp. I mean, you'll figure it out on auto. Like to build an arena defense using your light panda. Any suggestions? I don't like light panda that much on defense these days. Well, if you have a good, like if you have a Dark Gojo, I can name you a good defense. Without that, maybe not as much. Okay, the defense is taking a bunch of hits, few successes, but mainly taking a bunch of hits. Kind of expected that because it's by all means not the best of defenses. Can I show the Ikaru? Ikaru is double guard plus 1 fight set on 181 speed or something. And then enough to team up with the whole team. Your free-to-play defense, Laura, Giselle, Gojo. Yeah, that's a good defense. That's definitely a better defense than what I'm rocking at the moment. That is 100% a true statement. Well, that's also what I said at the start. I'm expecting my offense to do really good. Defense is definitely the difficult part about rushing if you don't have any good shits, kind of. You would probably crit too much on that. I would not like that. This team deserves a random Lucian, but I don't have a Lucian rune up. But it's so rare that you would actually be like, hey, I can use a Lucian over here. Can use this team. Haven't used this team at all yet. The Carmella team. Which, okay, this Ariel might have so much defense. Nah, probably not, right? Okay, we just land all of it. And that's just hitting all the thresholds on the Carmella, and then you just do that. And I forgot I don't have her scaled up still, but most of the time it's just one rotation, and her cleanup is not that interesting anyways. So the skill ups on her aren't super interesting / important. This one we can also definitely do with this team. I'm actually liking this team a lot. Well, there's a lot of more Jin, and more Jin is just hard counted by this, which is Jin in the first place. Do we outspeed? We do outspeed. Let's take you out. I think we take you out first, because you are more of a damage threat. That's nearly taken out as well. And yup. Can you hit me? I'm on your revenge lists. Which one is it? This one? How will we hit this? Would this work still? I'm not too sure if I boost enough because of your Tian Lang. So it's either... I'm gonna give it a try, why not? Is there a replacement for Adriana? There's not really a good replacement for Adriana, in honesty. Calm down. Yup, Fire Breath. Is this your main account? Yup. Of course, it is the main with these kind of rune qualities. What do we have over here? Okay, that is the one I have to do with this. I can increase the cool time as well. No LD rush. Yep, full free-to-play units on the Rush Arena. So since I cannot use Kabila against the Tian Lang, so this is a good Tian Lang team. It's pretty much the only good Tian Lang team out there, but then again, it's a little bit hard counted by this team right here. But it is pretty much the only proper Tian Lang team out there, in my opinion. All of the other Tian Lang teams are not really as great. How important is attack? Attack is always important. Well, see it as this. Crit damage is a multiplier number, attack is an input number. If you have a high multiplier but a low input, then you're still not really gonna go anywhere, right? So you need a good input number to have your multiplier also be a good output number. So you need a bit of both. It's like a scale. Can the chilling outspeed Loras? Yeah, pretty much. Most of them. There are a few that do tend to outspeed me, but it's not that many. This one is also a little bit more tricky for me because normally this one, the Zhongshan Lao, does have shield and will. This one I can't make fast enough to make shield and will. It is close to 100 rest, but I've noticed it's a little bit tricky to hit that. Ooh, full of this. No, wait, that does actually not work. No, that's actually... Okay, this is a good Tian Leng defense as well. This is potentially a good Tian Leng defense as well. Yeah, these in most cases I can tend to outspeed. Oh, wait, I can actually do this one with Cyrils. It's Cyrils Kabila. It is a little bit safer for... Is it safer? Yeah, I would say it's safer because of the Vanessa potentially resisting that, but if you land everything, it's kind of easy. Just need 4 LD4 or LD5s. Yeah, correct. That's with a lot of defenses though. Like one good LD5 is not necessarily making a good defense in a lot of cases. It's kind of rare. This one, I don't like the Manon in this. The Manon in this could actually mess us up big time. So let's just move on to the next. This one is a little bit easier. No dot team. I did not make the dot team because I expect everyone to have the dot team already in his repertoire, and I kind of want to showcase everything but the dot team because, well, as mentioned, everyone already uses that, so it's not really showcasing something new. Now, we missed a lot of defense breaks, but we should still be winning this. That thing also has stupid for damage. Like, that's... The amount of damage you can throw on that unit is absolutely insane. Plus, the chill thing on this is if I did miss a defense break, chilling can still fuck shit up later on, especially against Giselle. Chilling is one of the best Giselle counters there is. He's angry. But yeah, dot team is always a good offense. Like, don't slack on not making a dot team. I just didn't want to do it right now. That's mainly the thing. What is your lead? Resistance lead. Interesting. Interesting. That thing. Do we expect to be able to outspeed it? Yeah, I would say so. Apparently, we did not outspeed it. He fast. Well, there's one props to this thing. It cannot glance. Ha 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 ha. And Yui did not land the glancing on, so... Still kind of fucked, mate. More lucky than anything, but still kind of fucked. Oh, good old double eye team. I love those. We just press auto on these. Why should Dark Hacker getting farmed? Depends what's next to it. Do you think a Chroma, Jessica, or Fina could replace the Light Gandalf? I guess, but Light Gandalf makes it definitely a lot better. Thermal Strix, Amber, Lamilla. That's the offense, yeah. I know. No, I was asking for the team with, what's it called? Ooh, this thing could be potentially kind of fast. I kind of want to give this a try with the Zyros. Wait, this Zyros is not max accuracy. The other Zyros is max accuracy, actually. So I should not really be doing this one. Especially not if I miss it like that. Okay, now we just have to fight this thing for a little bit, huh? Maybe more than a little bit, but at least we can brand it and shit. So we have Death Break brand, and that should potentially do a lot of damage moment we attack buff it as well. Happy. Not too bad, not too bad. This one was food, as we mentioned, for this team. Enjoy your stream. You're working on VCT and law today. Wait, what is VCT? Can you request a song? Nope. Because I like to play my own music. Sorry. Who would you pair with Jessica and Alexandra on AD? Not necessarily sure. Valorant. Ah, okay, that's cool. Our music, comrade. Nope. Would a Chroma on AD annoy you? Not as much. A Chroma's not that great on defense. It's more of like a semi-stallish unit, but it doesn't really provide any healing or anything, so it doesn't provide that much, right? So it's okay-ish, but it's not crazy. Any spots for Light Fern on defense? I think Light Fern definitely has a good spot on defense, in all honesty. But I haven't seen too many yet. Maybe people are keeping it for their stall defense or something, but I haven't seen too many of those. Because she's actually pretty darn annoying. Even if it's just for the attack bar decrease, right? Like, just that part alone is already very strong. When you think about Light Nina, Water Nosuke Phantom for RTA core, not bad. Not the biggest Inosuke fan myself, but I give that a not bad, definitely. Is there a website to know the speed tuning? Yeah, it's on... In one of the tabs at the top, it's like speed bracket calculation. You kind of have to learn how to make that thing work, but you can calculate it in that one. How's my defense doing? Defense is doing pretty mediocre. Oh, wait, that's the rank 1 guy, right? Oh, rank 1 guy is so food for this. You're way too food for Aya to be rank 1. Why is this guy not getting farmed? You are the biggest food out there. How is this rank 1 when this is so double Aya food? Come on, guys, he's worth 12 points. Farm his ass. Easy. He does have a Trap Leo, though. But yeah, then again, who cares about Trap Leo? Double Aya doesn't. Nice torrent. That's the thing with Leos on defense. Most of the time they don't have jack shit for damage, so the torrents are not scary at all. No double Aya. That's kind of ripped though. The easiest 12 points of my life. "34 minutes on the clock. No reason to switch to the other defense just yet." But yeah, I would say offense is in a very strong state, especially because you can have those decks. Read the play offense should not be an issue. You not having the right speed runes to outspeed certain things, that could be an issue. That is very true. But outside of that, there's a lot of options also. If you don't have the outspeeds, you can still go for the dot team. You can still go for double IAs if you have those. There's a lot of teams that you can still hit with an Adriana Tiana kind of style. Well, not that many in this genre, but we have seen a few here and there. I should actually make... Wait. Do we... I want to change one thing. You go damage wind as much as fucking possible. That's a lot of fucking possible. Nice. Okay, you are going to be my Byuncho killer, because a lot of these teams tend to have Byuncho. So now we created you into a Byuncho killer. Right? Yeah. Maybe I should even go crit damage on you. I don't need that much speed on this unit, in all honesty. Yeah, maybe a crit damage Sonya will be better for this. Should kill, right? Does not kill. Okay, then we just kill on the second hit because it didn't am enough and this unit is fast enough. Also fine, also fine. We'll just take it as is. Thing is that a more plus this combination, they can't really kill me in one rotation. It's very unlikely, unless they have some crazy damage more. But if I see the more at 0 speed, I just don't hit it. That's also an option. Sonya better than double Rigna? I would say double Rigna probably better. Gotta be fair in that. Double Rigna probably better. We say Water Freeman is viable for the snipe with Rigna? If they are very slow and Rigna takes out the fast target, yes. But only when that happens. So it is possible to put a free run in there, but you gotta take out the fast target with the Siri, and then you gotta make sure that the free run isn't slow enough or too slow where you just simply don't outspeed the next thing that you would like to clear. If that both isn't the case, then you're totally fine. You're good to go. Ooh, one of these teams. We could place heal block from you, but is that a right assumption? No, this thing could kind of mess me up. Well, as before, I have faith in my speed, so I can do this. Faith in my speed did not succeed. Should not be having faith in my speed. Not in -5 speeds, Jack. He was fast enough in this case. Oh, that is fair, that is fair. I tried. That one else I'd rather not like to hit. This one I can. Life Freeman is freaking RNG on defense. It is. I haven't seen many, but it can be annoying, yeah. Let's take you out over there. I should have done that differently. That was a risk. Well, then again, it's a fine risk, I guess. It was because you were pushed back. Because normally I like the Siren to move first, which also gives you the option to kill Vanessa's in case needed. I bet we do outspeed this. Galleon so far is a good Galleon. Watch him like get hella nerfed towards the end, but... And Zyros, like, some people told me, it's like, oh, you just need a Grogan for G3 shit. Nah, man, Zyros is pretty much as fucking good, if not even better. Zyros is so crazy good in offense, it's insane. Okay, so I think I want to take you out first. Take you out second. It is hard to kill that. Maybe you need like a full crit damage thing to actually properly kill that shit. I could be eating a silence right now, which would slow down this hit by a fair bit, but sure. Pontus was already slowing this hit down anyways. I think I'll still take out the Pontus first. Can bomb teams counter more in Jhin? Yes, they could. If the enemy is full on slow, then yes, they could. Thing is, bombs is still RNG as hell, though. Like, sure, it could do stuff, but most of the time, it doesn't. Chilling works here too. Yeah, but then you would not go for chilling a Russian kind of style, because a Russian would touch the other unit. This team is doable for us. Yeah, that's what I mentioned. This is the only team what I mentioned was a good Tianlang team. Gojo Tianlang. That's the only good one. It's counted by whatever I'm using right now. But outside of that, if you have crazy good fast runes on Triton and these Tritons can't, or the Chillings can't handle it to get this team off, this is a team I would absolutely be running myself. I will be showcasing all of the runes of all of the teams at the end of the rush, as always. Otherwise, I'm stopping my rush halfway, midway, all the time to showcase runes back and forth. But yeah, I'm definitely liking the offense hits we're doing. Okay, that's a little bit bad. That's definitely double bad. I think I will just death break you. Because you have proper damage as well, supposedly. Decent damage. That miscrit for 16k though. I was like, miscrit, fucker, we're gonna not kill. Are you actually? I'm kind of in the midst if I like you on crit rate or not, because it was nice on crit rate to be able to kill that thing over there if something goes wrong. But then it's always critting this Camilla, which makes it a little bit worse. So it's a double-edged sword to have your Galleon on crit. But then again, your Erection is a double hitter with crit awakening still, I think. So that's gonna crit regardless. You definitely do want to have shield runes on this team though. If you don't have shield runes on this team, you're very hard inting. Because then Amduets would be annoying in that kind of shenanigans. How important is it to be a G3 guild to not get your ass hit for Legend? For Legend, it's pretty important, except for when your guildies are not with you in the same realm. Outside of that, for G3, it's not as important, but it's still helpful. Will we clear this? Yeah, we should absolutely clear this. That's actually a very weird team, in all honesty. Not sure what's the idea behind this one. Let's hit you first, you second, and you third. Nearly cleared that, actually. I don't want to see Death Break, Bust passive. Nope, does not kill. Because the passive only mitigates an X amount of damage. Oh god, don't do me like that. You know you are out of food. You know you're out of food. I can even relax while hitting your ass. Well, probably he hits me faster than I hit him, but then again. I'm not trying for Legend here, I'm just trying to showcase a lot of cool offenses. Toxic? Hey, you gotta be at least a little bit toxic, right? Yeah, so one time. Okay, my defense is definitely poor as well, but then again, what do you want? Like, that is the main thing with what's rough for Legend. I would say G3 is definitely doable without LDs on defense, but Legend without LDs on defense, that's where it gets hard. Because Legend, you have to be to a certain extent defense carried. How long do you usually rush for? Mostly an hour, but if I want to just effectively rush, I should do like 30 minutes rather than a full hour. Or like 45 minutes, depending on how high I start. That's the main thing. Guys, start landing some debuffs. Okay, Leo, calm down. It's not that serious. These guys do not want to land debuffs, huh? Yeah, on EU. On other servers, you can rush shorter and start later. 100%. My units are proccing like crazy, but this is the moment I want their units to proc like crazy. Yay! Yeah, my defense is definitely getting farmed a bit. Maybe if I switch to the stall, it gets better, but it is a free-to-play stall. Keep that in mind. So, free-to-play stall, in the end, is never going to be as scary as an actual LD proper crazy shit stall, right? And then you can press this on auto, because he has perfect eye for whatever reason. Still never figured that part out. I kind of like the Jasmine for the reset on some maps. It's actually kind of 5-head. Galleon, still a good Galleon. Galleon, a very good Galleon. Oh, it was resistant now. Oh, too bad. This Cyrus, I think, has about like 48-ish accuracy, so it's not full accuracy, but he has a bit. Okay, I think that this thing is having some resistance, otherwise these other skills would have landed earlier as well. Are you back in passive already? Nope. Also, the thing with Cyrus, if you reset something, it's crazy. Your Kabila's 240, well, yeah, no, it's 242, but yeah, it's 420. That's actually, yo, that's kind of cool. My Kabila is 420. That is actually kind of fun. Did not even notice that. Did not actually even notice that. Wait, is that him again over there? That's him again over there. Oh, you're worth more points than I am. I'll drag your ass down. Should I go for the switch already, or should I wait a little bit longer? I could go for the switch after this, because I want to hit this pool guy more often. I should actually always press auto on this one. Ah, I just proc on both of them, so his whole team is dead in one fucking instance. Nasty, nasty. I'll wait 6 more minutes. This guy was also... Yep, I know you are high up. I'm still rank 4 though. With a full free-to-play offense and defense. In units, not in runes. And auto. Two, 4, 2, sell me your runes. Well, you cannot trade. I don't mind hitting that guy more often. Ooh, what's this? Yeah, this is the team I made this against. Because I know that these comps are nasty. So you can do whatever you want, but I would have had Jamire cleanse. So in this case, we have you clearing this out. Yup, okay, that's how it's supposed to do. Then these things are still relatively annoying, I think. Because they can heal one another. Yeah, let's just tap you on this. Yeah, these things still have like an ungodly amount of HP. So it's not a fast clear, but it is the only clear that I think is pretty proper on these kind of teams. But I think that this is one of the better defenses out there at the moment, in all honesty. Which only requires one LD5 and double Camilla and a free-to-play unit, which is pretty insane. How much would your account sell for? Honestly, I have no fucking clue. I don't know what the high-end accounts go for these days. Okay, let's go for the switch on defense. And then for that, we do actually hide this. Otherwise, I'm giving away all of my info, which is not necessary. Stall defense, of course, starts off with a Camilla. And then Camilla into... Wait, you should be... Oh, it's the other one that's... Is it the other one? I pray it's the other one that's supposed to be ruined. A U out there, and then a little bit of U flavor, and then the other one might be that I took this one. Yep, and we're gonna take U as a lead. All defense applied. And now we're gonna revenge wars these guys again to see if they still like that defense or not. Probably they can hit it, because in the end it's not that crazy. But it is a something. But yeah, that's the rough thing. Like, getting Legend with a free-to-play defense, I think is... Maybe if you surprise someone with something that no one has ever seen for quite a bit, you could get away with it. But without that, it's kind of difficult. If you have free-to-play defense, but LDs for offense, even then, it's more doable, but still kind of hard. Okay, definitely losing a fair bit of points. If you spend around 80k, would it be that much? No, I would not sell my account for 80k, absolutely not. That's not how much my account will go for. I think the estimation of my account will probably be a good 30 or so, maybe 25. Kinda depends if I have the good LDs for that meta when I'm selling. Okay, maybe the switch was not the craziest of switch and this actually gets farmed more. That could also be a thing. I don't have an option of switching back though. So we just gotta deal with it. Well, we could make one switch there. Yeah, we could kind of fast make a switch-ish, though. Well, we shall see how much this team does get farmed right now, which seemingly does get farmed a good bit. Okay, that switch was not a good switch. I expected that switch to do better. That does showcase the other team was better. Why do we not land on that one? Why do we not land on these two? Okay, this could be kind of bad. Okay, can we at least kill two at the same time? Not really. Don't proc. He did just proc. Die to dot, thank you. Okay, this team is getting a lot of hits. Ooh, can we outspeed Chillings? I'm curious. I am curious. We do outspeed Chillings. Should I spend some time of switching defense to the idea that I had otherwise? Might take a bit of time to rerun all of that in the midst of a rush, which is mostly not that recommended. Then again, if I'm getting free farmed, it's also not that recommended, huh? Well, let's just see how much this holds up for now. You have 40 minutes. I know. It would be doable to perform a switch. And we boost more. And we do more damage. Chilling works with speed up artifacts, yes. Okay, Poolcut can still hit me, but hey, we can still drag his ass down. And how much would I have to switch for that other team? I would have to switch 4 units. No, wait, 3 units. Is a bit much, though. Is a bit much. Use in-server defense for your second defense, in case the other one doesn't go that well. Good point, good point. Only thing is that is an LD defense because my Tianling is in there, so we're not gonna use that. But that is actually a smart call. That's a very smart call. I like that. Or some random TOA deck. Also smart call. Also smart call. Did not do that in this case. But yeah, it's definitely good that if you make a switch, that's actually a good learn from this one as well. If you make a switch, your switch is not always for the better. Is Fire Cookie better instead of Wind Cookie? I like the Reflect because the Ayas bring you to 1 HP, Reflect brings you under 1 HP. That's the main philosophy behind Angela on this. Sure, she cleanses, which is not recommended, but the Reflect mostly does speed things up. Because if you get perma stunned, but you don't take any turns, you still die. And of course, you see, Reflect dies. Should be dead. Well, this one dies right now, huh? That kind of shenanigans. Or it could be like you and you use the same defense for 3 years. That's one way. Okay, let's switch this shit because it ain't working. We're just gonna build it randomly on spots. Gonna go for you. We're gonna go for... you, we're gonna go for and then what we're gonna do is that's actually totally fine. Can we go from defense arena? Just how about you take this set? Yeah, I can be lazy like that. That actually does kind of work. Defense, and you take this set. Yeah, that kind of works, that kind of works. Just have to go for somewhat whatevers. Okay, one thing that I am pretty sure is missing right now is... I do want to have a little relic on you. Elad should be somewhere at the bottom. You, of course, do not have a relic. And now you have the tanky relic. And just to make sure, does that Veramos also have the tanky relic? Did not have the tanky relic. Now does have the tanky relic. Let's see if that goes any better than how much I've been farming for just now. Let me also double check that that defense is actually set. It is actually set. Back to the attacks. Waste a few minutes. Insta defense successor. That's what we did it for. Just that one defense successor. You're giving balls girl vibes today. That's the weirdest shit I've heard in a while. But then again, most of the time when you say shit, it is the weirdest shit I've heard in a while. So, kind of used to it from you. Thank you, I guess. Wow, I did not look. I looked at chat for a second and his whole team just disappeared. Man, that's double Aya for you. And you don't even need good runes on this shit. That's the best part about it. Okay, you're still getting blasted and farmed, but then again, that's kind of what we did expect from a free-to-play defense, especially in Europe. In Europe, it's by far the hardest to get away with a free-to-play defense. Well, let's focus on clearing some beaches fast. Seems to be that the first defense I had was actually still the best defense. Well, something you learned right now. I tried out 3 free-to-play defenses. And you know which one was best? The one at the start. And the dials clapping them asses. How I made this? It's kind of weird for what rank I am. And that I barely find anyone higher points than me. I'm ranked 23, so I'm definitely not at the top end. Wait, that should normally not happen. Or should it happen? Oh no, it does happen if I don't go for Purion first. Fuck, I'm wasting points, boys. I dropped out of that shit. Okay, I guess Pool God can really farm this team. Jesus, calm down, sir. I guess Pool God rather went for a Revenge War than went for Legend today. Allowed, allowed. Why free-to-play angle today? Zontent, that's the main reason. Just trying out something new. I don't give that much about getting Legend, because getting Legend is pretty hard if you don't have a very specific defense these days. So, for that reason, just trying out something new, seeing what works, what doesn't. We've kind of seen what does work and what doesn't. So, Operation success on that. Keep the Odin team with Adriana. Did you say a new defense? No, not new defense, new defense. I think I'd rather tap you with this. Ooh, that's a great derp. Thank you very much, kind sir. Appreciate it. Best derp I've seen all day. Should have done that on you, actually. Ah, well. I was still surprised about a Pontus derp like that. I have not seen that happen that often. Okay, I'm back for the climb. Gotta go fast. And that's why you're Fio, I wanted to say, but then you double resist. Also that resisted. That could be kind of bad. Why are things derping like crazy today? Well, I don't mind it, but it is odd. It is suspicious. He got reset. Oh yeah, true. Of course he can get reset. That is nice. Zyros is great. Zyros is just simply OP, boys. And the wire food. Surely it means you have perfect RNG and RTA. Yes. Right? That's how this game works. I should actually hit this just to, well, with that provoke, I did get hit. Haha, reflect. Do you think it's more important offense or defense? Both is the honest answer. I cannot be sitting here saying like, oh, defense doesn't matter. No, definitely not the case. I kind of want to give this a try as well. Could be that I'm boosting Mr. Smokes, but it could also be that I'm clapping him. Oh, we missed on the Laura. That could be kind of bad. We do fully outspeed it, which is a good part. Okay, this is kind of food for me. So we should be hitting that more often because he's worth more points. Yep, 12 points. We like them 12 pointers. Okay, this defense classified as food as well. Jesus, fuck man, my list is insane. Okay, note to self. First defense with the Anduin and the Angela and the Odin. That is the best free-to-play thing you can run, most likely. Okay, let's remove the most likely part. It is by far the thing that got farmed the least. Okay, we did start to get resisted a lot because the Smath is also resisted, which is kind of bad. Oh, wait, we actually missed so much from this one. Wait, am I gonna die to this right now? Okay, good thing you derped. Thank you for derping. Highly appreciate it. Yeah, I would definitely say that my offense feels very strong. My defense is where this is lacking, yeah. Damn, what suddenly happened to my RNG, mate? We used to have a good galleon and shit. Now we're missing half shit or more. Well, this one we're still easily winning though, but just takes a lot longer. Yeah, with your freaking animation of 16 hours. Oh, we also did not strip the right thing. God damn it. Don't tell me you proc back into your skills. Thank you. Two minutes on the clock. After each hit, you lose like 10 rating. That is because I'm getting hella farmed. People are abusing the fact that I'm having a free-to-play defense. Well, I must say it also definitely does not help to be a known person, because if people's like, I can hit this, they will definitely hit that. That is 100% a fact as well. Like this guy. Yeah, free-to-play defense, issues. Is chilling faster or Kabila faster? Technically, the chilling is faster. But they use the same set, of course, right? But there's a whole bunch of people around my ranks that I normally expect to be G3, which I'm somewhat surprised about. What the fuck are these lands, though? Jasmine suddenly did not like to land anymore, that is for sure. Calm down, sir, calm down. Wow, I'm wasted so much time in the last few minutes of things just not landing. Okay, before you start using an S2, you still have a chance to even use an S2. Morkai Byung kind of annoying. Yeah, maybe that could be. Wow, I dropped all the way to G1? Wait, what? Okay, defense is definitely an issue. Wow, that defense is a lot more sucky than I expected. What the actual fuck? Offense-wise, free-to-play, totally fine. Defense-wise, I should have kept the first defense. I should have kept the first defense. But offense-wise, I think the offenses were all totally fine. What was the first defense? First defense was a Samath plus Adriana plus Amduet. I'm too lazy to search the other Amduet because it's in my main box. And this. This defense did do a lot better. This defense definitely did do a lot better. Maybe a more Jin combination can also do a bit better than the Leo defense, but free-to-play Leo defense, not great. This defense was pretty shit, though. But hey, at least we figured that part out. For offense, however, offense was definitely very good. We did have the combination of the Eretion plus the Galleon, and a Galleon in this case on Violent and Fight, with a little bit of accuracy missing, but the accuracy fixed in there. And then, of course, the Zyros. Zyros is high attack, high crit damage. It has attack increasing effect on left side. And it has accuracy on right side. Because the moment that everything lands already, Zyros is more important on accuracy than actually on his damage, from what I've noticed. And the Kabila's just fast. I showed it earlier, but it's just fast. Then we have this team. Did not get to use it that much. But this was the idea behind it, where this skill does have a guaranteed land if you higher attack, and guaranteed no glance if you're higher defense. So we add a lot of defense. There's a lot of triple fights on it because you're triple fight and you're triple fight. And then we go attack increasing effects both sides. And with that and the attack buff, you should have more attack than the enemy, so you would land your defense break guaranteed. You are, of course, fast. And then Zyros is actually a max accuracy Zyros in this case, because if I make Zyros this speed, I don't need more damage than this. That is 100% the thing. I'm not going to show the runes for the defense, but I will tell you because the runes on the defense aren't ruined anymore. Simple as that. Then we had this team, which is the Purion, which is also a booster. And then we have a Zyros that's even a little bit lower speed, but I do still like him at plus, I think it's at least 90 or something. So you're not getting trapped by Leo traps that much. Then this thing was particularly made against the Pontus with the Ginger Brave, which I only got to use once. Did not really find that team that much. This team was actually used a lot, and this team is really good. With my light series better. I would say light series probably, it's better for the cleanup. But okay, let's just go a little bit slower. This is the Ikaru. I can make pretty fast Ikaru still on fight and guard. If you cannot do the fight, just do swift guard, like whatsoever. You're not using Maximilian. No, Maximilian is as good as a Gemini. I would even say it's worse than a Gemini. But yeah, it's just this and then some speed increasing effects to team up on this thing, which is just, of course, fast. This thing you can actually make a particular killer, which I made a Byuncho killer, but apparently this still doesn't kill Byunchos. Maybe a light series with damage on Wind would do. And then this is the series which I recommend to put a shield set to because of Andwits. That's the main thing. This thing is just a super fast chilling, but not your fastest runes, because your fastest runes actually have to be on this Zok because of the speed increasing effect. It's super hard to catch up on a chilling being super fast. Then this thing right after that on the shield runes, otherwise you don't have shield runes, speed increasing effects, and then this thing is there for the damage and is on will runes just to have a little bit of protection, but it's not really a must thing itself. Was it in Kryptonite? What is the idea behind the Odin defense? Trying to benefit the Awakening change? Oh no, I just went free to play defenses, that's why. That was why. But this free-to-play defense was absolute trash. The Odin defense as full free-to-play defense was actually the best defense performing out of all defenses, for sure. Is there a better defense breaker than the Bunny? Yes, there is. I kind of like the Bunny against Samafs, but you can go for a double hit defense break in the sense of a Tanjiro Dark or a Truffle, but I wanted to go full free-to-play. And for that reason, it was... yeah, I could not go for those because they're HOH. Oh, and Onyx, or Onyx, or whatever your name is called. This is a way to kill Mr. Jew. And then not with a W at the end, but G-U-U. Jesus, these names these days. You just have to make a Jemire move in front of your Adrian, and then you can clear the Pontus. Why am I getting cooked right now? Hey, I don't know. Just showcasing how I clear shit. Wait, Onyx, what was your defense? Oh, I think your defense was the one with the Nyx, Leo, Camilla, something. Ariel? I don't know. But yeah, defense on free-to-play, that's the hard part. You have to get creative, because that's the thing. Like, let's say I say that this is the best team out there, which I would maybe claim it is. Maybe a Byuncho, more Jin... something is good as well. But let's just go back to just to showcase the idea behind the defense. So this is the defense. Idea behind what you want to do is you want to make your Samath as rage as possible, as low attack as possible, or as low HP as possible. So if someone goes in with a Erection that deals a little bit of damage and then multi-hitting death breaks that deal damage, this thing would die in a perfect world. Would be very nice. And then I happen to have attack increasing on lost HP. Yay. So we have that going in. Then you want to have your Adriana on a very fast Vio set. Or not very fast Vio. Very fast Swift set. You can put shield in there, or you can put shield on the Amduit. I prefer my Amduit to also still be crit rate and crit damage, so it actually packs a punch, which is kind of nice. And then Odin right now has Crit Awakening, which is a little bit easy to build, but you probably still want to go for speed increasing effects, and you want to go for Swift. Otherwise, he's not in tune to actually hit anything. Thing with this team, which makes it nice, is that you can make an Amduit do a lot of damage because of the speed buff and then give it speed increasing effects. And that you can do very good damage on the Odin, so slow clears are a little bit harder. Thing is that it is countered by Chillings and full will teams and just too many debuffs or too many buffs, and then the Amduit cannot move and you just simply outspeed a Adriana because it's not the fastest unit out there. Those are definitely things. However, I do really, if you get a Amduit that's like plus 205, or you can even do it Swift, then there are probably some of the... you can outspeed a few things. I've noticed if you make your Amduit super fast, you would outspeed the Irration of the enemy. If the Irration is not will, you could push back the Irration and fuck up the team. So a Chilling team can actually mess this up, but if the this thing is too fast, and I were to use, yeah, blah, blah, blah. If I were to use this, I would need to have will runes on my whole team. But if I move on Chilling and this thing is crazy fast, it will move in front of the Irration, and there's no way someone's going to put this Irration on will as well. There's absolutely no way that you have this good of runes on that, or you have to make the whole team slower and then the tuning is a little bit easier. Because technically you don't need to be that fast to outspeed. So it is possible though, but it's a little bit rough. It is a little bit rough. So yeah, that is pretty much all there is for this Arena Rush. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.